Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of the Age of Decadence. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today, because we're trying to figure out how to deal with the raiders and the mining Aurelian faction or whatever. I'm gonna use a teleporter down here to Shantytown. So what I was thinking, because the quest did not update, this quest, not this one did not update. So yeah, I need to deal with that. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna give Rascals the rat poison. And alright, and let's see what happens if I just leave. He said it's done. So let's see if I can somehow tell Vdweller about that and use that to his advantage. Tell him that they're all poisoned or something, I don't know. So, hi Vdweller, about Bandit Camp. Yeah, okay, yeah, that doesn't actually work. It doesn't give me the money, that's the problem. Let's see. So, let's do this instead. Let's go to the... Okay. Hi. So, how does your dialogue line work? Okay, he did what I wanted. So, they're all pissed off. They're all pretty sick. Okay, let's go back to Vdweller because... I also tried the other line. The other line works. Yeah, the other line, it passes the check. So, let's see. Can you take me to Adidas? You can. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, let's leave. Let's not do that right now. Those are quests that I want to do as well, but let's not do that. What I want to do is take his money. So, yeah, about the camp, just pay them. The raiders understand that it's a delicate situation. Instead of asking for a ransom, they're asking for a reward for helping a noble in need and seeing him to safety. I think it would be easier to pay than to put your man and the hostage at risk. Oh, good point. Alright, pay the ransom. Here's the money, but the roads are watched, so don't get any ideas. No, I won't, don't worry. So, let's go there then. So is this... It is. Let's go there. So in there, I'm gonna try... I don't know. Basically, it's like I was kind of stuck. So I need to pay them. So how's this gonna work? I need to pay them for them to attack the mining outpost? Hi guys, Esberos, whatever. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so yeah, it was a bit, the wording of the dialogue was a little bit complex, but I apparently chose right. So I have the money for Esbenus over here, or not, or, yeah, Esbenus. Yeah, I have a better offer for you. There is a mining outpost I need of raiding and pillaging. Do what you do best, and Lord Antidas will gladly pay you 1,000 Imperials. Everything you find at the outpost is yours as well. What do you say? I work for no man. Get me my money or the hostage dies. Okay, so... this is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. I need persuasion and trading. Well, my trading is crap. It's like 2, I think. And persuasion is... 4, maybe? Yeah, not interested. Okay. So he's not gonna help me. But he's gonna give me the hostage. Okay, so let's try and do this a little bit differently then. No, I'm gonna buy... Nah, shut up. Just, whatever. Let's not do that. Let's do it somehow differently. Slow the autosave, which is when we entered the bandit camp. Let's buff up our trading a little bit with our... Oh, no, it's not what I want. It's not what I want. That's not the autosave I want. Shut up. Okay, so I want this one. There, bandit camp. There. I should have seen that. I should have seen that, but I didn't. It's okay though. So, I don't really have a choice right now, so all I can do is buff up my skills and get on with this. Come on, Kato. There we go. So, let me save the game. Let's go into our skill tree. I will buff my persuasion. I will buff my... What was it? Trading, that's right. Unfortunately, I'm not sure it's gonna do us any good. It sounds too good to be true. It probably is. Yeah, it is. You realize that old man Aesop was right. Persuasion is more effective than brute force. Well, it starts to be a little bit more effective at level 5. So yeah, that's about all I can muster in regards to our skills. Let's see if I can pass that skill check. Because if I can't, I would rather... if I can't, whatever, it doesn't really matter. So, persuasion and trading, let's see. Yeah, alright, we'll do it! It's better than sitting here and doing nothing, and my men do need some exercise. Take the archers to show that we're dealing in good faith. I suppose we don't need him anymore. Yeah, tell the raiders where the outpost is and take the prisoner to Vdweller. By the way, didn't I already poison the guys? I think I did. Yeah, so they're gonna have an easy time. They should have an easy time, but I might be sending them to their death. I don't know, I don't care really. So let's get back to Vdweller with his cousin? No, not his cousin. Lord Antidus' cousin, I think. Is that how it works? Yeah, Tiberius back to Tyrann, all the way to the Daratan compound. So, Vdweller, how's it going? Oh, so you did talk them into it. I'm impressed. I've heard about making friends with enemies of your enemies, but using one enemy to get rid of another? Now that's something you don't see every day. It isn't. Yeah, that was good. In fact, I'd like to see it with my own eyes. So I gain new insight, 13 skill points gained in what? Just general. Okay. You receive 100 Imperials, and I received 1,000 because somehow I don't know. Anyway, was that a cheesy way of doing it? Our Daratan reputation improved, so I should be like at 5 or something, and receive more Imperials for that. Let's follow Vdweller to the Aurelian outpost and see how the battle is going to turn out. Although I'm not very optimistic about my chances if I indeed need to fight. Even so, I will save the game. So, actually, I think we're good. I'm pretty sure we're good. Let's have a look at this outpost. Oh, look at the trees! Look at the trees! I like them so much! So much. I remember when this was... This was actually, I think this was the one of the first 3 areas that were ever created for the game. And when the game was 2D, this was very desolate, but not anymore. Sitting in the shadow of the mountain, the Aurelian outpost is protected from prying eyes by a tall wooden palisade that circles it. Judging by a dead guard slumped over the watchtower's balcony, prying eyes weren't the outpost's garrison's big problem. When you get closer, you see half a dozen dead bodies strewn around the entrance. Asbenus, the raiders' leader, is sitting on the ground in front of a small barricade. He's covered in blood, but it's hard to say how much of it is his own. Some diggers are still alive, holed up inside a tunnel. We'll handle it. We'll deal with them. Vdweller throws you a heavy leather bag and goes inside. What's the leather bag for? Judging by the weight, it's the 1,000 Imperials he has agreed to pay the raiders. Oh! Yeah, I think I might just have found a little bit of a bug, because he forgot that he gave me the money already. Okay, so let me write that down. Double 1,000. Yeah. Because I want to report this to the developers as well. But anyway, that's beside the point. So I got money. What of it? I don't care. I care. I like that. So I could tell him to fuck off and keep the money, but I am a man of honor. And a deal is a deal. You're a man of your word. I'll remember it should our paths cross again. Catch! He throws you a small object. It's a small glass tube encased in an elaborate metal framework. The tube is very warm to the touch and contains what looks like constantly shifting liquid fire. One of them. Pat it on him, since you've done right by me. Now one more thing, Cato. You look like the curious type. If fate ever brings you to the Hellgate and you find out what happened to my man, let me know. So how do I find you? If you're clever enough to find Hellgate, finding me wouldn't be a problem at all. Slowly, Asbenus gets up and walks away limping. Good for you, man. You survived. Let's go inside the mine. You go inside the ancient tunnel carved into the mountain. The tunnel... Oh, I remember seeing these maps as well in a few screenshots from a long time ago. A long time ago as I was following the development of the game. So, into a small chamber filled with strange machines towering above you. I went better than I expected, says Vdweller. The diggers saw the attack. They are on their way to Lord Gallius to inform him that an army of raiders has descended upon the ill-defended outpost, slaughtered the Aurelian legionnaires, and would have killed the poor diggers too if not for Daratan forces who, unfortunately, have arrived too late to save their noble brethren. You did well, Cato. Without lifting a sword, you've solved quite a few of our problems. Tiberius is free. The Aurelian forces are dead. The raiders are dead. The mine is ours. Not that it's doing us any good at the moment, but still. Take a look around. I'll head back to Terran. Let's explore then. Okay, we're inside the mine. I am feeling a little bit nervous because I am in possession of a thing that appears to be a glass tube encased in elaborate metal framework and very warm to the touch. What is this? Liquid lava or something? Let's not drop it. Okay, I don't have anything equipped, so let's take care of that. I don't know why I don't, but I must have done something wrong or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So AP I don't know what this slot is for. Okay, can I equip? I can't equip this. That's fine. And this is another. Yeah, basically, let's see. So alchemical, and this is for crafting. This is jewelry, accessories. Okay, accessories, I guess. And this is weapons. I want to see everything. Okay, so I have a lot of gold because I cheesed that one out. Found a bug, but whatever, doesn't matter. Let's see. Okay, so this is the way out. There are 3 entrances. One of them has collapsed. Okay. And in here, let's go left first. We got some mine carts, and we got some sort of. This looks like a. I don't know what this looks like even. Looks like a cement mixer or something. Like an old ancient cement mixer. Okay, some barrels over here. Fool's gold, a mineral called pyrite. Better known as fool's gold due to its uncanny resemblance to everyone's favorite metal. It's used to make cheap jewelry, ferrous sulfates to treat iron deficiency and make inks, as well as an incredible potent acid, oil of vitriol. Modifier reagent. Let's take everything. Let's see. Rock oil, sulfur. This is all stuff for alchemical use. Let's take that. So they're all. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Let's keep looking around over in this side. Actually, is there like secret passages or something? I know the developer is not a fan of pixel hunting, so I would think that Kato over here, if he's perceptive enough, and he should be because he has 8 points in perception, he would be able to spot any secret. Okay, examine the machinery. What is this? Lore success. You recognize some machines from drawings in old manuscripts. It looks like ore melting facility, like an ore melting facility. But judging by Owl's Aurelian's interest, it could be more than that. It could be. Can I go up there? No. Okay, so I can. What's going on? Oh, the panel is a chaotic mass of pipes, levers, valves, and dials. You move a few levers, nothing happens. You see an opening for a small object. So I have this tube. Let's keep looking around. Let's come back to this later, just in case something terrible happens. So, because I'm pretty sure this area is susceptible to combat, but it might be just if you're playing a mercenary or something and going in here, one man against all of them and killing them all. That might be it. Got some more crates over here. Let's take care of those. So we got some black powder. That is good. It's essentially gunpowder, an explosive mixture of sulfur, charcoal, and salpetriere. Salpetriere? I don't know. And a black powder bomb. Let's take those. I got a grenade with me. Fine. Fine thing indeed. I'm not sure how good it's gonna do me. How much good it's gonna do me because I'm not really the fighting type. But at least it's not a sword, and I'm not good with swords. Actually, I'm a little bit good because I have training on that. Oh, training is going away. Oh, so it's a temporary buff, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Remember we had 10 training in sword? I think. But I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Anyway, we'll see if that training really is. Let's see. Perception. Yeah. It might be like a temporary buff. And in that case, oh well. Let's keep looking around. I don't think there's anything else for us to look at. So let's try and inserting our tube into this slot. And as weird as that sounds, that is exactly what I'm gonna do. Let's see. You carefully insert a tube into the opening. For a long time, nothing happens. But then the console lights up and a low humming sound spreads through the cave. So let's check our lore. Recite an appropriate mantra. You put your hands on the control and recite the commanding fire elementals to bless or mantra. Oh, that's a weird name. Commanding fire elementals to bless or mantra. Performing the rite as you speak the ancient words. The mantra doesn't require you to understand what you are doing, but it does a good job leading you through a series of steps grouped in chapters. Some chapters require you to watch the dials and adjust the valves to achieve divine harmony, while other chapters warn about dangers of overheating and tell you how to keep the fire elementals under control. And as we complete the ritual, it takes you almost an hour to complete the ritual. When you push the last lever, the cave is filled with a low grumbling noise and reddish light. Powered by the ancient magic somehow preserved within the tube, the machines come to life. They move slowly at first, the rest of the metal resisting and screeching, but the magic releases oil from some hidden reservoirs. Soon the machines are running almost as smoothly as they did in the olden days. And this is why I chose a lore master, because I think, I don't know, well, if every single, what's it called, the backgrounds, yeah, if every single background is as cool as a lore master, then man, is this game awesome. Because as a lore master, I'm liking this. I am liking this very much. Crafting is not good. I could probably use this as a crafting point or something. But nah, let's check this. Yeah, it's a wondrous machine and a true testament to the arts of olden days. If not for the mantra, you'd have never been able to make it work again. And indeed. So maybe I need some crafting. I can always come back and examine it again. That I'm sure. But for now, see, it was like not a cement mixer, but it was a lava mixer apparently. Oh, yep, it looks like it. So was that a lava tube or something? I don't know, but it looks cool. And maybe I'm gonna be able to tell Vdweller or Lord Antidus that his machine, his mine, is working properly. Was this collapsed as well? I think it was, otherwise things are collapsing, so let's get out of here. Run for your life, Katu! Run for your life. There we go. So, that is all. That is all that is to do in here, at least for now, because of course I don't have the, I don't need to go here. Let's just save the game. I just go ahead and press M. Return to Terran, yes please. Oh, actually, how does that work? Is it, I just press M and no? Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Totally fine with me. Let's report back to Vdweller. Vdweller? I forget his name. I always forget his name. This name doesn't mean anything to me. Vdweller, yeah. How did it go? Well, I fixed the smelter. Better send some man to secure the mine. Oh, what would we do without you, Kato? You're practically indispensable. You gain new insight, which can be used to increase your skills. 13 skill points gained. That is fantastic. And we receive some more money. Let's leave. And you know what I'm gonna do with the money? You know what I'm gonna do with the money? Now that I'm back up to full health, at least the full health that I have. Because I don't think you gain HP during the game. I'm pretty sure you don't. Because you don't level up exactly, and it's not possible to increase your constitution. I'm pretty sure it's possible to increase the strength, but only through items. Because I've read some nice things about items that exist in this game. So what I'm gonna do now... Hi! Oh! Why is it like that? So this guy is still going... Is it because... That's interesting. Well, now I'm part of the Commercium, so I don't have Impersonate or Streetwise. I don't have any of this. Let's just browse the words and see what he has. So he doesn't have poison. I didn't come to this guy. It doesn't have poison, so it doesn't really matter to me. So let's go in, because I need to do stuff in there. Game saved, and here what we have. We haven't explored this place, by the way. We got a storyteller over here. It's here. You see the inn's patrons begin to gather around a strangely garbed man who paces in circles, muttering. A murmur of expectations runs through the room, and sure enough, the man stops his pacing, turns, and with a dramatic flourish cries, "A tale!" All are quiet now, but the man's rich, deep voice, that's not my voice, but whatever, deep voice rolls out to fill the silence. A tale for tonight's entertainment, and what a tale! History itself will unfold before your very eyes. A tale of mystery and wonder! Come one, come all and listen! Stay a while and listen. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. The smile drops from the storyteller's face, his brow gathers into a frown, and he begins to speak in a low, somber tone. The Great War raged across the Empire, the frenzied Cantari burning and looting their way across the land, our brave legions fighting to stem the tide, but though they could hold the Cantari themselves, even they were no match for the terrible demons the Cantari had brought with them from their homeland. Our loyal soldiers were slaughtered by the thousand. The Emperor's Magi sought to counter the terrible might of the demons with their magic, but even though they worked feverishly to devise these new spells, it was of no use. The demons shrugged off every incantation the Magi hurled at them. Desperate for a solution, the Emperor summoned Abu Hassan Ibn, the first of the Magi, to his side in the holiest of chambers, deep under the palace. "O learned one, tell me," said the Emperor, "tell me that you have found a solution, O wisest of my servants. Tell me that you have discovered some weakness in the accursed Kantari demons. Tell me how we can destroy these monsters who feel no pain, no fear, who never tire or rest." And Abu Hassan did stroke his beard gravely. The storyteller stops to mime Ibn gestures, folding his arms, holding thoughtful and stroking an imaginary beard to the shuckles of the audience before continuing, and said to his emperor, "We must seek allies." The emperor looked at Ibn Abdan in bewilderment. "Allies? What allies can he call upon? The empire stretches from coast to coast. All men except the steppe nomads rally to fight under our banner. There are no more allies to call on." "Mortal allies, yes, but there are other worlds than this one, my emperor. Higher than the eye can see and further than any man can travel. There are strange and bewildering realms for which the rigid laws of our reality are merely suggestions. If we could persuade the beings who reside in those realms to come to our aid." The emperor sat for a moment considering, but always he returned to that inescapable truth, that the empire was dying around him. How many of these beings would answer a call? And would they be enough? The demons are terrible in their power. "I have stridden the path of the future in my dreams, and I have seen 3 who would come to our aid. Together, their might is a match for the demons," answered Ibn Abadan confidently. The emperor cast his hands in the air, hope alight in his face for the first time. "Truly the world is wondrous. You have my blessing, Magus. Go forth and call up these allies. All the resources of the empire are at your disposal." Ibn Abadan returned to his tower and once again traveled the paths of the future. For 3 days and 3 nights he quested. When at last he emerged, he summoned a great conclave of his brothers. There, he ordered them to build a great doorway, a path into the realm that can't be reached by land or by sea. Working together, the Magi built the doorway that would have taken mortal man months in mere weeks, though many died of the exertion. When it was done, Ibn Adad blessed the doorway himself and ordered one of the brothers through as an emissary to the other realms. Patiently they waited for their emissary to return, and return he did a day later. But when they attempted to talk to him, he seemed unable to recognize anyone, and had lost the very power of speech itself. Undeterred, Ibn Adad sent forth another emissary, and then a third, when the same fate befell that one, but it was no use. No one could speak of what they had seen through the doorway. At last Ibn Adad sent them away and returned to his tower to travel the paths of the future one last time. When we returned to his brothers, he appeared vividly aged, bent and leaning on his staff of office. But he had an answer. He had his brothers forge him an helmet of the finest crystal, weaving potent magic through and around it. Then Ibn Adad did take the helmet and place it upon his own head, and though his brothers begged him not to, did stride through the gate himself. The storyteller stops for a moment surveying his audience. All eyes are on him, the audience held rapt by his story. He smiles slightly, then continues. For 7 days and 7 nights his brethren held vigil before the doorway, but on the 8th day, as most had given him up for lost, Ibn Adad returned. When his brothers questioned him as why he had been gone for so long, he seemed shocked that so much time had passed, but thoughts of the demons weighed heavily upon him. He brushed aside their questions, and announced that he had made a deal with those who dwell in the darkness on the other side of the doorway. The lords of that place had agreed to send them 3 of their numbers to aid the empire. In exchange, 7 times 7 men would go through the doorway to honor the lords in their realm. 7 times 7 were 7 times 7 were chosen to follow Vdweller back through the doorway to the otherworldly realms, and true to their word, a week later he returned with 3 of the lords accompanying him. Of the other men who accompanied him, there was no sign. The storyteller stops talking and bows, looking expectantly at the audience. "The war!" yells one of the guests. "Tell us about the war! Tell us how the lords of the other realms cast down the Cantari demons." The storyteller straightens again and raises an eyebrow at the man, smiling like a benevolent uncle teaching lessons to a favorite nephew. "100 tales I could tell you of the Great War, and still we would have but scratched the surface. Some sages will tell you that the old empire was destined to fall from the day it was born, that the very moment of its ending was written in the stars themselves, that empires and kingdoms, like mortal men, grow tall and enjoy their time in the sun, but a brief moment before they too must pass to make way for those that follow. Thus sages will tell you that the Cantari kingdom was born for but a single purpose, to be instrument of fate and bringing about the destruction of the old empire when the time was right. That by growing stronger, so did we force the Cantari themselves to grow stronger. For it was their destiny to bring us down, you see. The fate ensured that they were strong enough to do so, but this is why the demons came. Our legions could hold the savage Cantari at bay, but even they couldn't fight fate, couldn't fight the demons who shrugged off blade and arrow, who slaughtered all that were sent against them, countless lives. That is why, though Vdweller and his allies came and defeated the demons, the old empire could not be saved. The old empire had already fallen, for that was always their fate, to die there that day, in blood and fire. Huh. So, what can you tell me about the Cantari? Were they really bloodthirsty savages, as the stories say? Well, all I can tell you is that what those stories say, my friend. That they were savages from across the sea, jealous and obsessed with destroying our glorious civilization. What more could you expect from a race that worshipped demons? Some say they made a pact with demons to grant their warriors greater strength in battle, breeding them with the beasts of the forest to create half men, half animals. I shudder to imagine it. And he shudders, and shudder he does, shaking himself with an expression of horror on his face. It's convincing enough that you almost believe it wasn't rehearsed. Almost. So, these savages and animal men, they defeated the might of the old empire? Do not dismiss them, my friend. They numbered in tens of thousands for all their lack of sophistication, and they brought their magi and their demons with them. As I said, it was their destiny to destroy the empire, and our destiny to fall. You cannot fight your fate. Fate usually works in subtle ways than sending a fleet of savages, magi and demons to your shores, does it not? Well, I suppose yes, you are right. But then again, how often does fate bring a close to the story of an empire such as ours was, unmatched in all the world? He raises his voice and flings out his arm at this, looking around to see if anyone appreciates the gesture, but the inn's patrons have gone back to their tables and pay him no more attention. He drops his arms disappointed, then turns back to you. Look, I will give you that the story has some small flaws in it. I recall most unusual drawings in Lord Scalia's library, for example. It showed a town being built by slaves. The strange thing about it was, in one corner it showed out builders and architects directing them, holding plans and measuring instruments. But in the other corner, well, there appeared to be Cantari, builders like our own, if you can believe that. So yeah, I never believed for a moment that... I mean, this story has thousands of years, I'm pretty sure, this whole invasion thing. I think it was thousands of years ago, but I might be wrong. I might be wrong on that. I don't really know the timeline for the game, but yeah, over time, and especially when the story is told by the Empire, by the Empire, of course you're only gonna hear their side of the story. So of course they're gonna lose to fate, not to the Cantari. Ha! Who are they? Savages and beastmen? Yeah, but yeah. Well, are you sure it was the Cantari? I am no expert on the Cantari look like, certainly, and I doubt anyone still living is. But they certainly match the stories. Feathers, pelts, the sort of thing you would expect of savages. So what does he mean, this drawing? How would I know? I'm but a storyteller, my friend. Perhaps it was just some artist's flight of fancy. You know how artists can be. Still, it does make me wonder, doesn't it? Does make one wonder, yeah. So what can you tell me about these lords that came with Vdweller? Much has been written on the subject of the High Lords. Too much, I'd say. The accounts contradict each other. The High Lords were here, no, they were there, no, they did this and that. Oh, and one even begins to suspect that many of the authors weren't actually present at the events they speak of with such authority. Huh. Yeah, that's also how history goes. So, how did they defeat the Cantari then? Surely there must be some agreement on that. Or did they do that our legions and magic couldn't? On that, the stories are silent. They talk at length of the powers of the High Lords, that Glath, the Dreamer, could shape reality as easily as you or I, or run our hands through water. That wherever Bar Hathor, the Flame Walker, went, the ground itself burned in his wake and flowed like water. And that Thoragorth, we've heard that name before. Yeah, it's like one of them, one of the High Lords. Thoragorth was known as the Artificer, and he constructed devices such as we can but dream of. Terrible engines and alien machines beyond the understanding of mere man. The stories are anonymous on those details, yes, but of how the High Lords actually defeated the Cantari demons, I'm afraid they are silent. Perhaps only Ibdadad, first of the Magi, knew that. Yeah, well, I'm gonna cut the episode right here. We're gonna continue, we're gonna ask about if he really believes in demons. But knowing that there's magic in the world, I'm pretty sure that actually we haven't seen real magic yet. All we've seen is really could be explained technologically. There's weird stuff in this game, so I don't know. I don't know whether or not to believe in demons and gods. But anyway, for now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been the Age of Decadence. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.